Next up, we have got Tania King-Mohammad. Going back and looking at my note, the main sort of theme that we're getting here is think on your feet, look at where your costs are, massive one from Matt, and, you know, have these conversations where these conversations need to be, but also as well, look at what people are asking for and adapt. Mm-hmm. And if that means going on to Airbnb and just having minimum stay of 30 days and then you whack a discount on top of it, then so be it. So Tania, welcome. Thank you so much for doing this tonight. Take a minute of your time just to quickly introduce yourself. Let us know where you are in the world, how many properties you have, and then we'll get started.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an absolute pleasure for meeting you like online, which is great. First time. I'm Tania, for those that don't know me. I'm based in Devon, in Plymouth, which has been awesome over the last few days with this amazing weather, I'm not gonna lie. And I run service accommodation, and I have been doing just over a year now in Plymouth, and I've built my business on 1 day a week whilst working as a doctor part-time, most of it whilst being pregnant. I've just had our second baby 6 months tomorrow, who's 6 months tomorrow. Yeah, I run service accommodation here alongside my medical job, although I'm on mat leave at the moment. And we've got a small portfolio compared to the other operators on this call of 8 properties at the moment. You know, it was going really well. I'm sure your question is going to be, so what did you do and what did you feel like once all this shitstorm hit?
Let's have a little dial back to the 15th to the sort of the 20th of March. That first sort of proper week of cancellations. Like how were you feeling? What was going through your mind? Like how did you cope? And yeah, just sort of shed a little bit of light into that, please.
So I'll just give a quick bit of a background. February was our best month yet in trading. So I was thinking, great, things are going really good. We've turned over a lot, like a significant amount, a quarter of what we turned over in the whole of last year, just in February alone. Mm-hmm. So I was happy just on my little small portfolio. And I remember all of you guys went up to the short stay show, and I was due to go up there, and I was really excited to meet you. Obviously, one of my business partners, James Mitchell, was there as well, and I was really excited to go. And then I decided not to go just because of my young baby, who was 3-4 months at that point. And she's had a number of illnesses that have been serious, and she's been hospitalised. So I thought, you know what, I'm not going to risk exposing myself and potentially exposing my kids. So I didn't go. And I remember speaking to James after the short stay show and having a conversation. And I didn't realise how it was going to hit. And I thought, well, I've had no cancellations. And for that week after the short stay show date, we didn't actually have any cancellations. It was still going strong. I had some really big bookings. Luckily, my biggest booking didn't cancel, but then literally they just started dropping like flies. And about a week after the short stay show, or 10 days after, it hit me. It really hit home. And I'll be completely honest with you, I lost it. I couldn't get out of bed. I literally couldn't. I just wanted to hide under the duvet, hide under the cover, which is not like me. That's completely out of character for me, really. I just couldn't face what was going on. I just thought, that's literally it. We're not going to survive this. This is just crazy. Everything's getting booked. We're not going to be able to take any bookings. I didn't realize at that point all of the different avenues that you could go down and that I've been doing, and they've been not lucrative, but they've been really, I've got results from it, and I've had #wins. After that painful week of literally not being able to get out of bed until midday, I decided to step up, because this is something that I've built on my own, but with a lot of help in the background with my amazing husband, who's a builder carpenter. And this is my key to freedom, to free me up from my medical job, to not have a physical 9-to-5 or 9-to-9 job in the UK. And like yourself, I'm planning to move to Ibiza. We're supposed to be moving to Ibiza at this time. Yeah. Obviously you don't live there, but it's Spain. That was the plan. And you know, SA was going to be able to provide me the relatively passive cash flow and income to do that. So I thought I put far too much blood, sweat and tears into this, my third baby, let's say, to actually let it go down the drain, like to let it go down the toilet. I'm not one to give up on anything. I always see it through. I always follow it through. So I decided, right, that's it. You know, I'm going to do everything that I can. And I'm part of your amazing community. I'm part of the Boosty Academy. I've tapped into that. I connected with you a few times. You know, a few of my messages to you were probably a bit desperate, to be fair. Just like, Mark, I don't know what to do. Can't do this. But then I just decided, you know what? This is not me. I'm not going to let this go. And I've worked my arse off, literally, like definitely the first week, 15 days, I literally worked non-stop. I couldn't see my kids. They were just downstairs. It's all just, you know, really difficult. I've got 2 young kids at home, one of whom is a baby and I'm breastfeeding her, but I've got this business to do, which I don't usually work a significant amount of time in it on a day-to-day basis, because I've got a little team around me. I usually do an hour or 2 a day, Matt, but I've literally had to jump back into it, take control, and I've literally seen it as take control of everything that I can control. I can't control what's happening in terms of coronavirus, but I can control diversifying my marketing and diversifying who I'm contacting, completely diversifying my expectations, because we're not hosting our normal guests, obviously. It's a completely different market, so I've just had to diversify.
For those who are watching and don't know, is it normally a leisure area, or do you find it's 50-50? Like, what's the normal type of guest that you were getting before all of this? Like, who was staying with you in February that made it such a profitable month?
Oh God, I think corporates, a whole mix, to be honest. It's not just one set target market. Obviously from now onwards it would usually be heavily tourist based, but sort of February time it was a whole mix of corporates. Contractors are a big one because we've got lots of massive developments going down here, which I love because they fill you up Monday to Friday and then you've got your weekend to maximize your revenue. So
you're saying, like, you just stepped up, you got on, you did so much productive stuff. What was one of the first things that you did? Who was one of the first marketing proactive steps that you took that you wouldn't normally do? Like, what would that be? Key
workers, NHS workers. You know, I'm a doctor, so I can understand the need for it, maybe more than others can, potentially. But actually, me being a doctor hasn't given me any more connections than anyone else, because the kind of connections I thought I had haven't proven to give me results. So I've been contacting all of the companies and travel companies involved in accommodating NHS key workers. There's a whole list of them. I've been contacting everyone I could possibly think of who may have clients who may need to self-isolate or who can't live at home, like local solicitors who deal with divorce clients who may need to want to move. I've been contacting the access to housing, the council for emergency housing. Sadly, places like domestic abuse societies and people who help accommodate people suffering from domestic abuse, which is awful, but the rates of that are actually increasing because everyone's in lockdown together. To be honest, like most of the other guys so far have said, the most leads I've got are from simple little Facebook posts in all of my local Facebook groups, you know, and I've implemented everything that you've taught me as part of the academy and as part of being part of the Boostly, to kind of just, you know, use Canva, do really striking little images. And I'm trying to up my game with that because I've got a bit of time to play with that now. So yeah, local Facebook groups is an absolute must.
Amazing. So many good things to sort of take away from that, and just reaching out to people, picking up the phone, picking up like an email into a department that you never know where it may lead. So yeah, well done. Thank you very, very much for doing that. And if anybody wants to reach out to yourself and James, I know that you're doing something similar, like training wise and sort of helping SA people. Where's the best place for someone to reach out and get in touch with you guys?
Just hit me up on my Facebook profile, my Facebook page, nothing fancy. Tania King-Mohammad. Yeah, I mentor in SA. I'm not encouraging anyone to get into it at the moment, I have to say, for obvious reasons. But yeah, or anyone that just needs any support, I'm always in any of my posts, I say I'm happy to help. Yes, I'm very busy, but I'll do whatever I can to help anyone that needs it. Voice notes, calls, whatever.
You're doing your own videos as well. You're doing some live videos now and again, so people can jump in and tune into them. Is it Monday Motivation?
It's usually a Monday morning motivation. I haven't done that this week or last week, but yeah, I'm going to be stepping up my game from now with a few diversifying things as well, not just SA. So yeah, I'm excited.
Well done. Thank you so much.